Ben and Carlin Smith thought life couldn't be any better as they had just purchased their dream home and Carlin started teaching ballet. They had no idea this would be the most trying summer of their lives, as Ben would lose his job and their youngest child, 4-year-old Gage, would be diagnosed with severe autism. But the Smith family was thrown their biggest curveball on July 25, 2014, when 37-year-old Carlin Smith was diagnosed with breast cancer.
I told them initially, I felt a lump and I'm going to go in, and everyone was like, it's probably just a fibroid. And I have never had one, so I really thought, I'm young, grandmas get this.
Though the lump they found was a fibroid, Carlin did in fact have breast cancer. She was diagnosed with stage 3B breast cancer and was rushed in 5 days later for a double mastectomy.
My faith is very strong, and through it all, I felt more close to God, and I felt Him carry me through and give us so many blessings to help offset the hard.
One of those blessings was a national organization, Camp Kesem, who opened up its Idaho chapter for the first time last summer. Camp Kesem is a week-long summer camp put on for children whose parents have suffered with any type of cancer. The camp is funded by sponsors and run by college volunteers, making it completely free for all who attend.
So we get the children together in the region to realize that they're not alone, to have fun, to get away from the pain and the stress, and really just to be able to be a kid again.
I found out about Camp Kesem through Darren. He came to my recreation orientation class for my major and told us about it and said it was for kids whose parents have cancer. And when I was a senior in high school, my dad had cancer, and so I knew instantly that I wanted to help these kids and get involved.
Each Camp Kesem chapter hosts an empowerment ceremony where counselors and campers share their experience with cancer.
What we did is we had a big ball of yarn in Kesem colors, so we had two, blue and green. The first person started with the ball of yarn, would wrap it around their wrist, and then they would tell their story about where they are in their parents' relation to cancer. And as they told that story, everyone could realize that we're all connected. That's the point where everyone realized the magic that happens at Camp Kesem, the healing and the growth.
The kids came back with better tools to cope with the situation.
Absolutely, they knew more.
Yeah, because they really were just kind of...
They didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't quite understand.
My favorite part was that other people know what it's like to have a family member who has cancer.
I asked the Smiths what they would want to say to all the donors who made Camp Kesem a reality.
Thank you. My kids had a great time. I needed them to not be there during the dark time, and I'm so glad that it was such a positive place. So I'll sing Camp Kesem's praises forever.
That's the whole purpose, is because cancer damages families, it hurts people, and that's what we want to combat, that's what we want to fight against.
I'm Taylor Holman reporting in Rexburg for Upper Valley, Idaho.